Ralph's Record, we have been in business for 44 years, opened by Ralph DeWitt, who I started working for whenever I was 16 years old, if I'm not mistaken. I'm 47 now, that's crazy. And he is retired. I bought the business from him and carry on his legacy. Man, we are all about the customers. Obviously, we are a full media store, records, CDs, DVDs, video games, Pokemon cards, you name it. But we're here for the customers. First record I ever bought, I can't remember how old I was, maybe 4 years old, but with my own money, it was a 45 of Oak Ridge Boys, Elvira. That actually really got me into music, and my folks would let me buy a 45 every week, every 2 weeks, and then it just started diving into records, really into cassettes, and I guess around 1990 it was all CDs and above. But yes, I was a complete nerd, still am a complete nerd, obviously, look what I do, and music was everything.
Music makes me feel a certain way, so if I'm listening to certain things, I will feel a certain way, so it does in that way too. I find music pretty interesting that it has that psychological effect in my life, is that, I grew up playing lots of games. Most of the games I like to play were Japanese, right? So I was playing like Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario, Dance Dance Revolution, which I still love. And all those are very Japanese and have like Japanese music, right? So like fast forward, like past that, I still play video games, don't get me wrong, but you go even further, and then now it's like all the music I like is actually Japanese for the most part, which is pretty wild. Like you wouldn't, it's just very strange to me. So it's like that Japanese influence just from like media you wouldn't even think about has like impacted me a lot in that way.
So, and it also makes you more open to other stuff, because there's like a lot of things before, like that would start whenever I was working here, that I thought was like, I don't like this, I don't want to listen to this, but then they might put on in the store that I just wasn't expecting. I was like, oh, this is actually really good.
I've had to deal with like lots of music and learn a lot about music, and I've learned a ton. Like I know more about music than I probably give myself credit for, just for being here and being like, oh yeah, this is this, and this. So yes, it has, totally. And it's opened me up to different music too, because we all listen to different stuff. So I've listened to things I never would have normally, so yeah.
Records, CDs, digital, obviously. And most people these days, especially the younger generation, gets everything digitally, but they're coming in and buying the record and or CD to support their artist, which is very important.
Before I started working here, I was a snob. I think a lot of people, I don't speak for everybody my age, but a lot of people my age, especially like in the alternative music community, really hold on to their music and like put it on a big pedestal, and it's like make it their personality, and if you don't like it, then it's almost like you're disrespecting them as a person.
You have to love it. If you go into the business thinking you're going to make money, oh, good luck. Because I was, at one point I was doing 4 nights a week, 4-hour shows a night, and working 45 hours a week with 2 littles at the house, to make a living. No, it's tough. Music is amazing. You better love it if you're gonna go into that business. Yeah. Oh, I've learned so much because of it. The hard times, the great times, everything in between. Yeah, no, music has been really, outside of my 2 children, the most important thing in my life.
It almost is my life in a way, because I think of things through music. Like when I think of a memory, I think of like what I was listening to at the time, or what was in my earbuds maybe when I was potentially doing it. So it's almost like a soundtrack or whatever to every little moment.